So you've purchased an MC75, one of these devices you see here, off of maybe eBay, and you boot it up for the first time, and what do you see? You may see something like this, where it's launching into a proprietary application management system, where it says Mobile Micros. This is an application created by Odyssey, Motorola Inc., and you don't have many options here. You hit the start button, nothing happens. You hit tools, admin login, you got a password. Invalid password. What's the password? I don't know. You hit exit, you got a password. What's the password? I don't know. The documentation says it may be symbol. That's why BOL. If I could type it correctly. Guess what? It's not the password. So what do? Ultimately, you want to see the device in this scenario, which is like a fresh boot. Tap the screen to set up your Windows Phone. It's like the calibration screen, and ultimately you want to get to this plain Jane Windows Mobile menu and not have to deal with this. So what do? First, we're going to open the panel on the side. This is the SD card access panel. There's also infrared. You can see the infrared hatch there. So next to the infrared, there's a micro SD card slot, if you can see it. So what we've got is nothing special, just pretty much a normal SD card. In this case, it's a 2 gig, and this has got a zip file extracted to it that is loaded up with just a few files that tell the device to clear out the application partition or flash memory or something along those lines. I don't know exactly what it does, but this is the process to get the device back to sort of the factory reset of this build that's currently installed. We're not reinstalling the OS in this scenario. So the general clean boot, cold boot button sequence is 1 and 9, and the power button. You'll see these lights blink really quickly there. And then you can just press the power button, but you want to hold one of these barcode trigger buttons, this yellow button on the side. Oh, I was too slow in this scenario, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again. 1 and 9. Blink, blink. Hold down this. And now you see this menu that has a little bit of text on it. If you can see it, it says release the trigger to boot. Update loader, release trigger, boot loader, cursor down, enter, release trigger, update loader, or boot loader. So I'm going to update loader just by releasing the trigger. It's now going to boot off of the SD card. So we're going to see this bootloader screen for a little bit. And it's going to flash on the screen pretty quickly for this process. And this is a similar process if you do want to update the OS. You can get a larger zip file. It's about 65 megabytes as opposed to this one's like 1 megabyte. And that will actually go ahead and update the OS, and it'll change the version numbers that you see on this bootloader screen as well. So you see it flashed really quickly for like a loading screen, and now we see this circle with the like quarter segments turning from black to blue. And this basically tells you that it's working. So once this is finished, you're going to end up with this tap screen to set up your Windows Phone, and it will no longer load into that application management system. So hopefully this video is useful, and I will include links to the zip files you can use to do this yourself and make your own SD card in the description. Thanks.